Welcome to the Daily Vibecasting.
We're here to give you the fastest way to get smart on what's driving the conversation on X today.
Yeah, we're cutting through all that noise today. We're digging into platform accountability, the relentless pace of what we're calling Musk world.
Right. SpaceX, Tesla, all of it.
Creator community dynamics, some big political moves, and a few cultural moments that are really challenging old norms.
So let's get into it. And it really all starts with the platform itself, right? A new feature, a new controversy.
Exactly. Segment 1, platform transparency and trust. X rolled out about this account.
The one that shows your location.
Yep. And it was immediately framed as this tool for a healthier platform, but users saw it a bit differently.
Nikita Bier, over at Nikita Bier, posted the announcement.
And it reads, X is rolling out about this account worldwide, showing where an account is based when you tap its sign-up bait.
And they go on to say it's a first step towards a healthier global town square with, privacy controls coming for users in restrictive countries.
Which all sounds good. And the replies, to be fair, a lot of people were like, great, we can spot bots. But almost immediately, the privacy concerns just exploded.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's fascinating how a tool for accountability can just, instantly be repurposed.
Repurposed for what, though? Identification.
Identification, and maybe something more like harassment. You give people location data, especially in tense geopolitical areas, and you're introducing a whole new level of risk.
And some accounts just leaned right into that. And Wokeness was on it straight away.
What'd they post?
Well, something like, check where accounts are really based, and then shared a bunch of examples claiming to expose coordinated networks.
And there it is, the stress test. The platform builds a tool for transparency, and the community immediately uses it for witch hunts. Maybe that's a strong term, but...
No, but that's what it feels like. Naming and shaming, it shows how fine the line is. You need serious safeguards from day one.
Because the question becomes, does this actually build trust? Or does it just make everyone more suspicious? Always wondering where you really from.
Right. It adds this layer of friction to everything. Transparency for who, and I guess at what cost?
So switching gears from digital infrastructure to, physical infrastructure. Let's talk about Musk world.
The pace is just relentless. Regulation, rockets, reach. Let's start on the ground. Tesla.
And the big push for full self-driving in Europe, at Sawyer Merritt, laid it out pretty clearly.
The Post says, Tesla is asking European owners to email Dutch regulator RDW to support full self-driving, supervised.
So this is pure regulatory lobbying, but using their customers. It's not just about the code. It's about bureaucracy.
They're pointing to a safety report, 1 million kilometers of data across 17 countries. It's a huge data set.
And they're trying to get exemptions from some very specific UN regulations. I think it's UNR 171.
What does that even govern?
It's all the nitty-gritty stuff. Lane changes, driver monitoring, basically the legal fail-safes. FSD, as it is now, sort of pushes the boundaries of those rules.
So if they get the Dutch regulator to sign off, that opens up the rest of the EU.
That's the goal, mutual recognition.
Yeah.
It just shows the tech is often way ahead of the policy. The politics is the real speed bump here.
So while the cars are stuck in traffic, literally, the rockets are not. SpaceX just keeps launching.
Exactly. It's become routine. At SpaceX streamed another launch, a Falcon 9 launch, of 29 Starlink satellites from Florida.
It's not even the single launch that's the story anymore.
No, it's the cadence. The relentless cadence, as you said. It's what makes reuse feel totally normal now. They're building this global connectivity infrastructure at a scale no one else is touching.
And we're seeing it pay off commercially. I saw that at Starlink post about in-flight Wi-Fi.
The one with the parrot.
Yeah, kind of cheeky. But the point is, you can actually get fast internet on a plane now.
Yeah.
It's a real thing, replacing those awful old systems.
They control the whole stack. Rocket, satellite, terminal, the whole user experience.
And to tie it all together, there was this interesting philosophical post that Elon Musk co-signed.
Ah, the Naval Ravikant one.
Yeah. It framed capitalism as PvE player versus environment.
Not PvP player versus player.
Can you break that down for people who aren't gamers?
Sure. PvP is zero-sum. You win, I lose. We fight for the same prize. PvE is cooperative. We team up to beat a big challenge like a monster in a game or.
Or climate change, or making self-driving cars work.
Exactly. The market isn't about crushing your competitor. It's about solving huge problems together. It's a pretty compelling way to frame what all these different ventures are trying to do.
That idea of cooperation, or maybe the lack of it, is a perfect transition to our next segment on the creator economy.
Because even the biggest creator in the world is feeling, pretty isolated.
Mr. Beast? I mean, who's bigger? And he's on X, his handle is @MrBeast, and he's asking, why do YouTube creators feel isolated compared to the Twitch crowd, who constantly collaborate and host awards?
It's such a fundamental question about platform design. He calls YouTube a solo sport.
And it is. You film, you edit, you upload. Even if you're a huge success, you're often doing it alone in a studio.
Well, the economic model drives that. YouTube is all about ad revenue on individual videos. You're incentivized to keep the viewership on your channel.
Right, there's no built-in reason to share the spotlight.
Whereas Twitch is built on live interaction, subscriptions, community support. The money comes from engagement, and collaboration is a great way to generate that. You do a stream together, you cross-pollinate your audiences.
The community is the product, in a way.
Exactly. And the replies to Mr. Beast's post really confirmed that. People were saying things like, VidCon, which used to be for networking, is just too big and commercial now.
So what's the solution?
It seems like creators are realizing they have to build their own circuits outside the main platform. They're using X to set up crossovers, building their own networks.
They're having to build the bridges themselves because the platform just gives them an island.
It's that PvE model again, isn't it? If the platform isolates you, you have to cooperate to grow.
Okay, from digital infrastructure to political infrastructure. A really interesting post about a strategic exit in U.S. politics.
This one came from @MarianAwful, talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene's planned resignation.
The post frames it as tactical, avoiding a Trump-backed primary while staying a Magier voice on her terms.
And the reaction to this was just, completely split down the middle.
What were the two sides?
One side saw it as a really smart move, self-preservation. You get out before you can get pushed out, you avoid the public loss, and you keep your brand intact.
And the other side?
They'll call it a flounce, a retreat, basically saying she was afraid of the challenge.
But the bigger takeaway here, I think, is what it says about where power actually comes from in politics today.
Is it the congressional seat itself? Or is it the personal brand you build on platforms like X?
That's the question, isn't it? If you have a massive direct line to your base, do you even need the hassles of being a congressperson? The committee meetings, the votes?
In the past, leaving Congress meant you were done. You lost your platform.
But not anymore. She can maintain influence, keep fundraising, shape the debate, all from the outside, because her power is tied to her media presence, not the office.
So the office becomes just a vehicle, a temporary one. It suggests we're going to see more of this. If your brand is strong enough, why bother with the party machinery?
All right, let's wrap this up with a quick look at culture, memes, and some sports accountability.
A rapid-fire round.
First up, a great viral post that uses humor to push back on, let's say, outdated ideas of masculinity.
This was from @Wizarab10, referencing a Nigerian pigeon post.
And it was just laughing at that old trope about real men bathe in cold water.
After a week of misery, right?
Exactly. It's funny, it's relatable, but it's also a serious critique. It uses shared experience to just poke holes in these dumb, macho rules about self-care and comfort.
Memes as cultural critique. It's fast, it's effective.
Yeah, and that theme of critiquing things that are just unnecessarily difficult extends to gaming, too.
Oh, the backlash against production bloat. I saw the post from @PirateNation.
The one with the meme holding up the game Resident Evil 4 from 2005.
Yep. Holding it up as a masterpiece of craftsmanship against today's games with their, huge budgets and massive file sizes.
What people love about that game is the focus. Tight design, small team, smart direction.
It's a critique of the modern industry. The bloat. The endless meetings. It's a call for efficiency, for craft over scale.
And finally, let's talk accountability. We go to the world of football. A manager owning a really bad loss.
Fabrizio Romano had the details. It was about Liverpool's manager, Arne Slot.
Right. And the post says he took full responsibility for the 0-3 home loss to Nottingham Forest, admitting recent tweaks did not work.
That's a masterclass in public relations in a way.
How so?
He takes the blame completely. It protects the players and puts the pressure squarely on them. The fans are split, of course. Some see it as leadership. Others think he's lost the plot.
But it buys him time.
It buys him a little time and a little goodwill. But accountability is only a shield for so long. Eventually, you need results.
Wow. So looking across the whole feed today, the big theme feels like it's all about infrastructure and strategy.
Yeah, digital, professional, political. Everyone seems to be looking at their current setup and asking if it's helping or hurting.
If creators are learning that community is what grows your reach, and politicians and managers are learning that accountability needs to be followed by results.
You, the listener, you have to constantly be assessing your own infrastructure.
Mm-hmm.
Are the platforms you use, the teams you're on, are they creating connection, or are they just creating bloat and isolation?
A lot to think about there.
So we'll leave you with this final thought. Which of these structural challenges we talked about today do you think will actually force the biggest long-term change? Will it be a self-driving car company having to overturn a UN regulation? Or could it be something as simple as a meme that finally kills off an outdated cultural idea?
Something to chew on. Thanks for tuning in to the Daily Vibecasting.
We'll see you next time.